Good evening and welcome to the Illinois Symphony Orchestra's Sunday at 6 series. I am Executive Director Trevor Orthman, and tonight we bring you the Linden duo with our principal flute Kim Reisinger and guitarist Angelo Favis. These performances are made possible by our season sponsors, the Landmark Automotive Group and Daniel and Deborah Brownstone. We also thank broadcast sponsors Susan and Jesse Smart, and media sponsors Midwest Family Broadcasting, NPR Illinois, WGLT, WCBU, WILL, WNNS, and WSEC. Following the performance, you can join us for Coda Conversations in our Zoom room with this evening's musicians, music director Ken Lamb, and myself. Next week, we will have our percussion ensemble performing, and I also encourage you to check out our website, ilsymphony.org, for information about our upcoming online gala on June 28th. I'd now like to turn it over to our music director, Ken Lamb.
Thanks, Trevor. Hi, everyone. Welcome tonight to tonight's performance. As Trevor said, the Linden duo is flutist Kim Reisinger and guitarist Angelo Favis. They are both professors at ISU and have played together actually for many years. I think they told me they met at ISU. Angelo is a soloist and chamber artist and have performed all over the world. Kim is, of course, our principal flutist of the Illinois Symphony for many years, and she's a most valued member of the orchestra. Kim's playing is always musical, thoughtful, and full of character. But the one thing that I admire Kim the most is her ability to set an example for the orchestra and inspire everyone around her to be the best that they can be. And we see this at every rehearsal and every performance. I'm so proud to have Kim as a colleague, and we're so fortunate tonight to have both Kim and Angelo perform for us. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Linden duo.
Thank you, Ken, and thank you, Trevor. Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining us at the Sunday at 6 recital series. We're so happy to be here, and we both feel so blessed to be able to share some of this music with all of you. Before we begin, today is my sister's birthday, so I just want to thank Melanie. I want to wish Melanie a happy birthday, and I hope it was a wonderful day, and I love you. So the first piece that we are going to play is the Entr'acte by Jacques Ibert. This is just a short little piece. It was originally written for flute and harp or guitar, but it's been played by lots of variety of different instruments. It was written in 1935, and just a year before that, the Ibert Flute Concerto was written, which is the piece that all flutists know his name by. So it's a standard in our flute rep. So the Entr'acte by Jacques Ibert.
you very much. We hope you enjoyed that piece. The next piece on our program is a sonata by Georg Friedrich Handel, Baroque composer. And this was probably, well, this actually is part of a group of sonatas called the Hall Sonatas. And they were published in London in 1730 and probably composed around 1703. This is a standard Baroque sonata in that it is in 4 movements. We have slow, fast, slow, fast. But the unusual thing about this piece is that the last movement is a minuet. Usually it's a presto or an allegro piece. So here are the Adagio, Allegro, Grave, and Minuet by Georg Friedrich Handel.
Angela, do you need to fix that?
Yes.
Okay. So the next piece that we are playing our screen went out, so we're waiting. Okay, so the next piece we're going to be playing is three Bagatelles from China West. It's by composer Chen Ge. Angelo and I had the opportunity to work with her a couple of years ago, and we performed this piece for her at the ISU Red Note Festival. The piece is in three movements. She wrote it and she was inspired by authentic folk music from China West. The piece was originally written for flute and piano. There's also a version for two flutes. Today, we're just going to be playing the first movement from the Chen Ge three Bagatelles from China West.
This is also interesting for the guitar because I have to tune my lowest string down to a C, a low C, which is not really the most resonant in the instrument, but it's actually a very nice sound. Okay, while I tune back up, the next piece we're going to play is called the Petite Suite Medievale. by Francis Paul Demillac. Demillac was born under a different name in 1917, and for the life of us, we have not been able to discover a death date. So he is over 100 years old by now, if he is indeed still alive. He was a violinist, and he played in the Paris Symphony and was a member of the Maurice Hewitt Quartet in the 1930s. And this piece was written around 1975. It's in 4 movements, but we'll be playing 3 of them. The first one, the Sicilienne. The second one, Sonnerie. And we'll play the 3rd movement after that called Apres une page de Ronsard. It's based on or inspired by a poem by Pierre Ronsard, who is considered the most important French poet of the Renaissance. Here are 3 movements from the Petite Suite Medievale by Francis Paul Demillac. After I tune, sorry.
So before we play our last piece, we wanted to thank several people. We wanted to thank Ken Lamb, Beth Wakefield, Trevor Orthman, Chet Lord Remmert, the Illinois Symphony Orchestra and Board for making these concerts possible. They've been such a wonderful opportunity for us to be able to keep going and playing at least some kind of music for all of you, and it's been a real blessing for all of us. I also want to thank two of my students are here, and they are here in case any kind of technical things go wrong. So Ben and Sam, I want to thank the two of you as well. And what you guys don't know is Angelo did most of the work for all of the recording stuff and setup. So I just really thank him as well for doing all that.
Well, my pleasure. Thank you for playing with me throughout all these years. But we also would like to thank the College of Fine Arts here at Illinois State University, Dean Jean Miller, and also the School of Music with interim director Dr. Adriana Ransom for allowing us the use of the hall since the university's just slowly opening up, but we asked permission and we're glad that we're able to use this so that we can have a really nice concert for you. And so to close.
Okay. Angelo's the speaker of the two of us, but anyway, so the last piece we're playing is by Piazzolla. It's called The History of the Tango. He's credited with revitalizing the tango in the 20th century. The piece that we're playing has 4 movements that sort of represent the tango through the 20th century. The first movement is Bordel, 1900. The second is Café, 1930. The third is Nightclub, 1960. And the Concerto of Today is the fourth movement. So today, though, we are only going to be playing the first movement. It's kind of a long piece. It's probably about, 25 minutes? So today, we're just going to end the program with the Bordel 1900. Thank you again, all of you, for coming, and hopefully we'll see you in the chat after this. And that's it.
And that's it. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. We hope you enjoyed that. We'll see you in the Zoom chat.
Thank you all so much for tuning in to our Sunday at 6 recital series. We hope to see you in the Zoom room. You can find the details in the comment section. See you there.